and welcome to this product review for the new Huel RTD or ready to drink. I got this yesterday and today is the 1st of January, so Happy New Year to everybody. Thanks for coming by and checking out this video. So this new Huel RTD comes in a 500ml bottle and there's 400 calories within each bottle. Roughly similar to what you used to have in the bulk bag. The bulk bag, when you made up your own mix with that, on a 3-scoop basis was around about 450 calories as opposed to the bottle's 400 calories. Now I'll weigh up the price, the pros and cons and bits and pieces in a minute, and we'll get on to taste testing this soon as well. Right. Now, for those who don't know, Huel have been selling their product across 80 different countries now, and they've sold well over 30 million meals. So obviously this makes sense that the company are going to be expanding with their latest range of their products. This is possibly more designed to be out on the go rather than replacing the bulk bag, which I would personally probably end up sticking with as opposed to just having these. How I envisage this being used on a more long-term basis would be for those who are more active and like going outdoors, maybe you're going out on a long trek. Taking this with you would obviously mean that you're not taking separate water, your shaker and then your powder all in separate bags. You can just take this and it's out good to go. If you're at home or if you're just going to work for the day, maybe the bulk bag will still be better. So it's just trying to weigh up whether you want these bottles to be there as a full-term replacement as opposed to the bags. But like I said, we'll go over the price in a minute and we'll just talk over more what I think the pros and cons are. Now, this product does come in 2 different flavours. Like I said, we've got vanilla and we've got berry. These new plastic bottles are 100% recyclable according to the website, but it doesn't specify whether the cap is included within that recyclable. Most bottles that you buy, that you may have in your fridge or whatever else, the chances are the caps aren't recyclable. The bottle is, but the cap's not. And I'm not sure whether the same is to be said now for Huel. However, 25% of this bottle is made from recyclable materials. I know that Huel are looking at changing this to 65% by the year 2020. So we'll see how they're getting on with that, obviously, this time next year. So if you're aiming to replace your entire diet with these Huel mini shakes, which many of you probably won't, but we'll just use this as a comparison, you will be looking at 5 of these a day or 35 per week. Now, we'll go over the cost in a minute, but the cost versus that and that, there is a big difference between the two, and I'll touch on that briefly. Now, these bottles have a 6-month shelf life on them before you open them. Once they're open, you've got 12 hours, probably store it in the fridge as well. It's advised as well, again, that before you drink it, you're probably best chilling it, and then before you serve it and before you actually open it, you've got to give it a good little shake just to wake everything back up and mix it back up again. Just states on the back of the bottle, it says see neck of bottle for best before date, but the best before date's actually on the cap, so I don't know whether that's just a misprint. Maybe they'll change that in the future, who knows. I'm going to get Gina now. She's going to try one of these bottles and then we'll change over and we'll try each other's and we'll see what we think of this new product.
Am I in it?
So okay, I've roped Gina into trying out this new one. I've got the vanilla, Gina's got the berry one first. So we're just going to open these now, have a quick taste and see what we think of these.
Same time?
Yeah.
It's quite thick to go down that.
Yeah, but it's not...
It's a nice flavour.
It is nice and smooth, but it's not... I would say it's not bitty like the bulk bag. When you make the bulk bag up and if you're just using the hand shaker, the water is... the liquid can be quite bitty. Whereas obviously this has been massively blended, should we say.
Yeah.
So yeah, vanilla one's nice and creamy. It tastes really nice. I'm going to try... I don't know.
Switch. Vanilla.
On the berry one now. Oh, it's pink inside, whereas that's not pink.
This looks like vanilla.
That looks like the base colour that you would expect Huel to look like, and this... If you've bought the berry mixed bags, this one actually looks like the berry mixed bag when you make it up yourself, so it's a nice pink tinge to it.
I like that one.
Do you like one more?
I find this one goes down a bit easier.
That one I would say definitely tastes a lot creamier, whereas this one, how can I say it now? This one's probably a bit too fruity. If that, I mean, if you like fruity things, that's probably down to your taste personally. But the vanilla one does taste. For me, it's probably a winner. I do like. I mean, I've actually got it as well. That's a bag of the berry here anyway. So I do like the bulk berry, but that one tastes a bit too strong, a bit too fruity.
I don't mind it.
Okay, so on to the price now. Now I'm going to compare the berry one and the vanilla one, they're both the same price. It makes no difference. The calorie contents and the composition inside it, there is virtually no difference between them either. They both got 26, I'm reading it off the side of the bottle now, so there's 26 essential vitamins and minerals within it, and each one contains 20 grams of plant-based protein. There's a lot of other bits and pieces on there, but I'm sure you can read that all yourselves on the website. So,
Gluten-free.
Gluten-free. Gluten-free. So, onto the cost, which is the bit I was touching on to now. Now, if you're on the bulk bags and you were to replace all of your meals throughout the entire week with just bulk bags, you're looking at £47.80 per week eating with the bulk bags. Now, if you're to replace your entire diet with these bottles, it's going to cost you £82.60 a week. Now, that's based on if you have 5 bottles of these a day or whether you have 5 of the shakes of that stuff a day. Granted, you're hitting 2,000 calories if you have 5 of these, but if you were to have 5 of these, you'd be slightly over 2,000 calories. So you may only end up having 4 of these, which means then it's only going to cost you £37 a week. So it's one of these. So you'll have to weigh that up yourself, whether you could justify spending potentially £820 every 10 weeks on bottles, or whether you could spend £400 every 10 weeks on these. Like I said, it is not far off a 50-50 split between cost. Whether it's the bottling cost or the processing cost or something like that, or maybe hopefully in the future, the more people that start taking this up, the price might actually come down. We don't know. The granola is a firm favourite of mine. I really do like the granola. That's not a bad price point when you compare it to other well-known cereals and things like that. The bulk cereals, we'll say the famous ones like cornflakes, obviously it's more expensive than that. But the granola is a good price point if you're looking at the other granola cereals out there rather than just basing it on other cereals. So granola's good. It's not a bad cereal at all. I do like the bulk powder. That's a firm winner. It's a bit of a mess. Obviously, granted, that's a lot easier because you don't have to mess around mixing it all up or anything like that. So, yeah. Jury's open on that one. Now, on to this. Now, some people may make this bulk mix up already with milk. Some people use almond milk, so if you don't want to go down the dairy side, you can use almond milk on that. This only contains water. There's no milk within this. It's just water is the first primary ingredient. Is that right? Yeah. So the first primary ingredient is water, followed by pea protein and then starch. So with that, if you like your normal Huel with like an almond milk or some other substitute milk within it, this won't be able to fit that bill because this is water-based. However, that vanilla one tastes that creamy, I'd be led to believe that it does actually have milk within it. So, again, it's one of them. Anyway, so thanks very much for checking out this review. If you've not bought Huel before or you're looking at buying this, there is a discount code and it'll be down in the comments box below. I'd really appreciate a comment. Gina's drinking more. Are you going to save me some? No. Do you like it then? Yeah, so, like I said, drop me a comment down below. I'm going to be doing Huel now for the next 12 months. Yeah, Gina thinks this is a cracking idea. So, not just on bottles or powder. I'm going to be mixing it up, but I'm not going to be having anything in my diet that's not Huel based.
Anything?
No. Well, I'm taking myself in. So, the plan is, over the course of January, when I'll rewind a little bit. So, when I did my last 1 month solid of Huel, there was probably 2 months before of build-up bringing myself slowly into getting into Huel, because there's no way that you can just snap straight into being on a Huel diet. One, I don't think your guts will really appreciate you for doing that. But two, it's a lot easier to stick with the program if you feather yourself in. So the plan is, over the course of January, the first week of January, I'm having 1 meal. The second week of January, it's going to be 2 meals. The third week of January, it's 2 meals, but the alternate other 2 meals. So if one day it was breakfast and lunch, then the next one it's going to be lunch and dinner. And then by the time I get to the end of January, hopefully I've replaced all of my meals with Huel, and then I'm going to go from there. Yeah. I haven't got any scales or anything like that, but you'll have to check out my next videos, because this is just a review for this product. Right, anyway, so thanks very much, and I shall see you all soon. Cheers.